And for the rest of our podcast time, until he wins, I don't want you to say Cam or Smith. Don't say 2022 Open champ. You just you refer to him as former world number 2, man. What's good, everybody? Hope you had a great Thanksgiving, dog. Hope you guys are full while listening to this podcast, the second best podcast in all of Arizona. I'm Geremy Davis, former NFL player and host of Golf and Gospel. Golf and Gospel is a platform where I compete against your favorite athletes, professionals, and my friends in 9 holes as we talk about culture topics and share the good news in regards to Jesus Christ. And my co-host, the best PT in all of Arizona, from all the way in Sedona, Flagstaff, all the way to the bottom of Tucson. My dog, the former Nebraska golfer, Nate Wong. First off, guys, I want to say thank you to all 125 subscribers on YouTube. Man, we went up 4 more than last week, which I'm super geeked for. But unfortunately, in Spotify, we went down 1. Someone left us, man. I don't know why.
Oh,
Not sure the reason for it, man. But
they
I
just
know
deleted their account.
That's my hope. They just deleted the account, so it just kind of came with it. But if it was intentional, don't know what we did. Again, we're the second best podcast out there. So again, guys, please like, subscribe, comment, share with your friends, and rate us and follow us on Spotify. Nate, let's jump straight into it, bro. I want to have a fun question to start off, man. What is the worst part about a golf course and why? Is it A, narrow fairways, B, too many bunkers, blind shots, or D, excessive water?
Out of those 4 options, like right when you asked the question, I was all like, if a course's greens suck,
Yeah.
it's out. I hate that course.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know. Blind shots are irritating, but then it's like, if I say that, then that's hating on Aaron Hills, you know? And the other thing too is water makes a course look aesthetic. You know what I'm saying?
Depends on how the
So
water
like,
looks, but yeah.
yeah, it depends on the water. If there's like waterfalls and stuff like that, but
Yeah.
it definitely makes it more aesthetic when there's like a nice sunset or sunrise.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know. I do hate blind shots though. I
Blind
like
shots
to
are
know
terrible.
yeah, I think that's up there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I'm gonna
agree
go
with
with
that.
that.
I agree with that. I forgot what course is out here in Arizona. Is it Arizona Grand? The first shot's like a blind tee shot uphill, and you just don't
Dude,
know
see,
where to
that's
land it. Can't stand it. And now, obviously, if you have familiarity with the course, blind shots are no problem to you because you know how the course
oh
plays.
yeah.
But let's say like you're in for a trip with your buddies, and it's like, yo, let's go play this course right here, and you have no idea where this shot goes, unless you have obviously a yardage book. But like, what amateur or guys coming out with their buddies are buying a yardage book, right?
Dude, yeah.
So yeah, blind shots are terrible. I want to say it's like hole 3 too is another blind shot. So like the first 2 out of 3 holes at Arizona Grand, I believe. I hope I'm saying the right course, are blind shots. And it's like, bro, I already don't like it here. So I don't know where
Yeah.
my ball's
Dude,
going right now.
and the other thing with blind shots too is like you hit your shot and you're like, I think it's good. And you gotta
Yeah.
like go up there and like, or like, oh,
Yeah,
thank
yeah.
God, it's like 10 feet, you know?
Right. Or you'd be like, yo, there was water here. It's just like,
Yeah.
what the heck, bro? So I would say, yeah, blind shots. Because I mean, I feel like everything else is easy, not easy, but easier to access. Like too many bunkers is like, okay, I can manipulate the course and try to hit the fairway here. If I so happen to land in a bunker, it's going to be annoying, but like I can at least see it. Same thing with excessive water. Narrow fairways, I'm not as accurate as Nate. Nate hits it down the middle all the time, but for me, he plays a fade. You know, I'm hoping the fade goes back into the fairway, man. But
Dude.
I think
Yeah.
blind shots are the worst.
Yeah, I was gonna say narrow fairways are tough though. Like boulders was hard, but
That's
I
the
don't know.
one me, you, and Aaron played it, right?
Yeah, remember Rancho Manana, the course in Cave Creek?
Ooh, man, yeah,
I
Rancho is
hate that
tough.
course
Yeah,
because
that
that's
course is
blind
tough.
shots and narrow fairways, dude.
Yeah, yeah, and it's so short. It's only 6,000 yards.
Yeah, it's so short, and it's like
Yeah,
just up, down, up, down,
it
up,
is.
down.
It is. I need to give that a shot again, man. I like Rancho, man. The scenery is very nice, man. But hey, let us know in the comments, man. What do you hate between these 4, man? Narrow fairways, too many bunkers, blind shots, or excessive waters? But Nate, we want to move over to, unfortunately, the worst golfer in live. And for the rest of our podcast time, until he wins, I don't want you to say Cam or Smith. Don't say 2022 Open champ. You just you refer to him as former world number 2, man. The hometown hero Cam Smith, I just said it anyways, missed his fifth straight major event, with his most recent being the Australia Open. Right now, Nate, is this the biggest fall off in golf right now?
Dude, I mean, I can't recall any like that, man. It's just
I
he was
can't either.
so freaking good, you
So
know.
good, so good.
But now we can't say the word Cam followed by the we can't say the word Smith followed by the word Cam
Yeah,
anymore.
bruh. It's crazy because, I mean, I read an article. He said he's just in his head a lot. I don't know to what degree that means or how much that's of. I mean, obviously it's affecting him a lot because he's not winning.
Yeah.
Like,
Or why? Like, why are you in your head, bro? You were so good.
yeah,
Just play
it's
your
like
game.
it's like as soon as he touched Liv, the digression happened so fast. Like, again, we spoke about these people. Bryson DeChambeau still balling, John Rahm still balling, Tyrell Hatton still balling. Brooks Koepka in the beginning of his transition was still making some noise. Now Brooks Koepka was kind of, but like his was so, the dissension was so quick that it's like this needs to be studied. Like when
Dude,
he
I
came
know. Was
back
he
to play
doomed
in
to
the major,
fail?
I don't know, bro. And like we also said last week, obviously it's not as advertised or reported as much. But I don't know if he's in the middle of a swing change. I don't know if he's battling an injury. But obviously, based off the article I read, he just said he's in his head. So maybe it's a mental thing. So I'm not sure who his mental coach is. But he has to get that fixed because I used to enjoy watching him play. Like when he set the
Dude,
record
absolutely.
at the Century before Hideki broke it. I'm like, oh, I mean, he looked like world number 2 golfer. And
Yeah.
like I said, the quick dissension is just super crazy for him, man. So for me, I think this is the biggest fall off in golf right now. I mean, people in the comments who listen, I mean, you let me know a bigger fall off. I mean, some of you guys might try and say Tiger, but Tiger came back and obviously won the Masters, and I just don't
Yeah, but like
even see him
yeah.
being an inkling close to finding himself again.
Yeah, but Tiger had like reasons, it was like personal
Yeah,
stuff,
personal stuff,
injuries,
car
like
accidents. Yeah, true,
there's like
true.
things that like, all right, this explains it, whereas like Cam Smith is just like he's healthy as far as I know, played in every event last year for
Yeah,
Live, played in
yep.
all the majors,
Mm-hmm.
and just
Missed
wasn't a
every
guy
cut.
anymore.
Missed every. Even Brooks can't even say he missed every cut because he made the U.S. Open
US
and
Open,
finished
yeah.
12th. Patrick Reed only missed one cut, which I think the
He made the
Open.
Masters cut. Yeah, he was kind of
Finished third. Finished
in
third.
there. Yeah, he
Yep.
was in there with the Masters. Dude,
I don't know, man. I don't
uh,
know. Even Bubba Watson, I think he made the cuts of his majors too. Phil
well,
makes
but
his.
like, but Bubba's like getting old, and like the decline was
He has an
coming.
excuse.
Like,
Yeah, he has an excuse.
I'm not even
Yeah,
saying like the decline is coming because he still can kind of ball, but
yeah.
like Cam, like,
Only
dude, what?
32. Only
I know, and
32.
Cam shot like 2 under on the first day this weekend, and
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
just I think he was like 1 under going into the back, and just like it's like three bogeys in
And,
Australia, like
and ended with a double.
ended
So
with a double, dude. No doubles. That's what Max Homo always says. No
yeah,
doubles.
yeah.
Here we go, Cam.
Yeah, so I
I
mean,
don't
if
know. We
anybody,
just
yeah, go ahead.
I was say we just got to keep him in our prayers, like
Yeah, man, let's we need to start a prayer list or a prayer petition for former world number 2 because I'm refraining from saying his name as best I can, man. But you guys let us know what you guys are seeing in him because as a fan of golf and a former fan of his, and not like he was my favorite golfer or anything, but I used to love his game. If I wanted
dude,
to figure
yes.
out some putting tips, I was watching him. I was watching former
Yes,
world
dude,
number
stone
2.
cold.
Yeah,
Stone cold
and
around the greens.
yeah, and then now it's just like I said, it's one of the quickest dissensions in golf that I can recall in my head currently as we're speaking. But there's probably some other people out there, but just keeping up with him, keeping up with golf, and then looking up like who made the cut. He's always under that line. I'm just like, this is, and I'm not saying to knock him while he's down, but like, I want to see him get back to where he was. I really want to see that. So it's
Dude,
just
he
more so
would
like
make golf.
disappointing.
Dude, yes. Like, how exciting would it be if if former world number 2 was balling in the majors, dude. Because he's cold. Like he doesn't like when he hangs onto a lead, he doesn't let it go.
He
And he
doesn't.
topped Rory. He
Mm-hmm.
topped Rory. He topped the guy who won the Masters this year, dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
And man, he was so fun to watch. We want this to happen. We want him to be world number 2 again.
Yeah. We'll see what he does with a full off
Yeah.
season. Not sure when Live actually starts because obviously none of the Live players are going to play in the Heroes. None of them guys are going to play in the TGL. So
Yeah.
I guess one can hope and see how he recovers after missing the Australia Open, man. But Nate, even though PGA season is over, we got one of the funner tournaments coming up, the Hero World Challenge Tiger Woods tournament. And this is what the field consists of right now. Obviously, number one, Scotty, former U.S. Open champ J.J. Spahn, Robin McIntyre, Harris English, Keegan Bradley, Justin Rose, Sepp Straka, Hideki Matsuyama, Wyndham Championship winner Cam Young, number one putter on the tour Sam Burns, the Canadian Corey Connors, the young fella who won the Junior Scottish Open, Chris Gotterup, Wyndham Clark, Brian Harmon, Andrew Novak, Alex Noren. This guy needs one more to get his career Grand Slam. Jordan Spieth, got Billy Horschel, Akshay Bhatia, the lefty, and two-glove Aaron Rai. So obviously it's easy, when we make a prediction here to say Scotty. Duh. Too easy. So if you're in this podcast, you want us to, what's the appropriate way to say this? Glaze Scotty. We're not going to do it because we already know he's talented. It's easy to pick him as a winner. So we're going to exclude Scotty from this prediction. And Nate, just who do you like going into the Hero World Challenge right now?
Dude, yeah. So first off, this is a tough field because I think like the top 16 in the world get invited or automatically get in, and then Tiger can invite like a few more,
Right, right.
or something
And
like that. It might not be 16.
Justin Thomas had the injury, so he got
Oh,
replaced with
that's
Aaron
right.
Rai. Yes, Aaron Rai replaced him.
Oh, okay. But so I think how many picks are we gonna get? Like 3
Let's just do
because it's a
two.
small field.
Let's just do two. Let's just do two because usually when we have a
Okay.
full 70 field, we go with 3 and then a dark horse. But let's go with 2.
Yeah. All right. Shoot. Because there's a few guys I want to pick. All right. Obviously. All right. I want to pick Chris Gotterup
I like it.
because he's young and hits the ball far. And dude, I couldn't find a lot about this course. I just know it's long.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna favor a long player, someone who's big off the tee. So I'm gonna go with Gotterup, and I think I'm gonna go with Sam Burns. If Sam Burns, this is the thing though. Like again, like he makes putts if he's putting for 20th. This is not a big field. Maybe he'll feel like every putt is for
I like
20th
it.
because
I
that's
like it,
last
yeah.
place. I don't know.
That's a good point, man. My only reason why I wouldn't want to pick Chris Gotterup because I feel like he only did well or was really dominant link styles golf.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
well,
and
yeah,
he only did
that-
well in one. Yeah.
Yeah, well, he did well in both, but he won the Junior Scottish Open. I mean, I think at the Open he finished well. Let me make sure I'm not lying here. Chris Gotterup, because I remember that was kind of like my take for why I wasn't going to pick him for Ryder Cup pick because I'm like I don't know does he do well outside of link style golf. Results: Chris Gotterup. Yeah, Genesis Scottish Open, he got first. The Open, he got third. So he was hooping. And outside of that, outside of those two, those are his only 2 top 5s. He got a T10 at the 3M Open and then a T10 at the Tour Championship. But like, is he only good link style? I mean, he only played
That's
good
a good
overseas. Yeah, so that was that. And like I said, that was why didn't want to pick him in regards to Ryder Cups. I'm like, he only fares well if they're going to play somewhere that's link style golf. So
Yeah.
I mean, that's not to say he won't turn it on. Maybe winning something last year can project them to do great in this as well. But that was, like I said, that was my only hesitation. I would say for me, for some reason, man, something's making me gravitate towards Justin Rose. Obviously one of the
Really?
veterans on tour, man. Shows that he's capable of winning shows that he's capable to do well in big moments. Obviously, we've seen that in the Masters. We saw that at the FedEx St. Jude Championship when we took down J.J. Spun, almost took down Rory. And imagine how sad that would have been. Like, Rory has this opportunity to get career Grand Slam, and you lose to your teammate in the Ryder Cup. And it's just
Yeah.
like, dang. And Justin Rose is like one of the nicest guys ever, man. So it's just like, dang, how much would
That
that
would have
have
been
affect Team
so sad.
camaraderie if Justin Rose would have got him? But I like Justin Rose to possibly come out here victorious. And again, guys, if you're listening, we're excluding Scotty because it's too easy to pick him. Next person I'm going to pick, man, this is a hot take, but I'm going to hope Jordan Spieth comes back to his former self before all of these injuries, man. I think a good warm-up match to see how his injuries, his wrist, and everything's doing is the Heroes, and then obviously he can take his time off until the first tournament, which won't be the Century because it got canceled, but whatever tournaments after that, I don't know if it's the American Express or something like that.
Yeah.
So I would like to see Jordan Spieth show a glimpse of his dominance, and then, well, his former dominance, and this can definitely project like some good murmurs about like, yo, is Spieth back? Because all he is, he's a PGA Championship away from the career Grand Slam. We just need you to be an inkling of your former self, man, and win that one major
Yeah, get that.
and get that, yeah, and then
Dude.
come and then make the President's Cup team, even though it's not as exciting as the Ryder Cup, but like still an accolade or something to go after, man. So I like Jordan Spieth and I like Justin Rose, man. So I picked one from the USA, one from the European
From
team. That
Europe?
wasn't intentional,
Yeah.
but I just kind of just kind of where my mind was going. But I
I'm
mean, yeah,
about
there
to
are some. Yeah, go ahead.
text Andrew Novak and tell him that you didn't pick him, dude. I can't believe. I thought you were gonna pick Andrew Novak for
The
sure.
reason why I didn't is because I mean I love Novak, bro. Dog of a golfer, got his first win at the Zurich. I'm just so upset what happened at the RSM Classic, bro. Like, you heard me on the radio station. I picked Andrew Novak.
Yes.
First 2 days was leading, but historically, as I've known Andrew and I've been watching him, day 3 and day 4 is where it kind of just like catches up to him, man. And then again, it's golf. Other people probably get hot. I don't know if he gets cold, but that's just kind of what the trend is showing. I remember 2 years ago, after the second day, Waste Management, Novak's in the lead, then ends up getting like 8th or something like that, which is a great finish. Don't get me wrong, great finish, man. I would love to get
Yeah.
an 8th, in Waste
Yeah.
Management. But if he didn't get it at the RSM, it's like, do I expect him to get it at this with Scotty, JJ Spahn, Robin McIntyre? I
Yeah, all
don't know.
top players in the world.
Yeah, I
What
don't
did he
know.
finish at? What did he finish at
I think
RSM? I
7th.
don't even
I
know.
think 7th. Either T7, T8.
That's not that bad.
It's
That's
not, no. It's
I
great.
just
It
thought
was his first one since the Tour Championship. That was a great finish.
yeah. I just thought he was since he did well at a tournament before, like maybe this is the one he closes, you know. It's not as
It's possible. It's possible.
not that many people to beat, you know. Just better players to
better
beat.
numbers.
Just
Yeah. I agree. Yeah. Also, obviously, no cut line here, guys. So yeah, again, let us know in the comments, man. Who do you like to win the Heroes World Challenge, man? Tiger's obviously not playing. We just had the back surgery, still probably coming off the healing from the Achilles injury as well. But Nate, man, I love when I see like NFL.com or let's go, yeah, stick with NFL.com. They go like way too early, like draft predictions. So we're gonna do way too early major winners for both the PGA and guys. We respect women's golf here, and the LPGA, starting with the Masters. Nate, who do you like to possibly win the Masters in this upcoming 2026 season?
dude, this is so hard to pick, you know, like this
Super
is
hard. All
so
of these gonna be
hard to
hard.
pick. But I'm just gonna name guys that I like. All right.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm probably not gonna pick Victor for this one, but let's see. Man. Hey yo,
It's crazy to hear you say you're not going to pick Victor too.
I gotta pick though. Cam Young, let's go.
Wow.
Cam Young is gonna
Masters
win the
win?
2026 Masters.
Oh, wow. They are going to boo you for a pick. I mean, I'm trying to think, man. Yeah, he could come out like that year. Ludwig Oberg was dominant. I mean, Ludwig Oberg's pretty dominant in all the Masters till he
Dude,
gets the whole
Ludwig
16,
wouldn't be a
17,
bad
18.
pick.
It wouldn't
Yeah.
be. It's like, are you going to do what you keep doing every year and just folding on those last 3 holes? And not all 3 holes collectively, but one of those 16, 17, 18, Ludwig, I won't say finds a way, gets a bad bounce or something happened where he is now just out of contention. And we saw that on hole 18 last year. So, but Cam Young, an aggressive pick. I mean, he's been playing great golf. He won the Wyndham Championship, was part of the Ryder Cup team, was probably the only promising person on the Ryder Cup team. So, hey, I mean, Cam Young for the 2026 Masters.
And I got to think about it like this, because it was before the Ryder Cup. So, like, the Ryder Cup after Ludwig did really hot, then he came in and he started to do really well at the Masters, right?
Yeah.
Or was it the other way around?
Nah, you're right. Wait, no, did he go good and then Ryder Cup and then? It's a good question because
I can't remember.
It was the last, not this past year, 2 years ago. That Ryder Cup, Ludwig played amazing. I think that was his rookie season, and I think the following year
he did. Yeah, that's right.
I think his last 2 years. Yeah, I think you're right. Ryder Cup and then next was the Masters. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm like talking myself in this pick more and more. Cam Young he's gonna make a statement at the Masters. He might not win, but he's gonna ball out, dude.
I can see him making a statement. He can make a statement. Yeah.
Yes, because Ludwig is kind of the foreshadower of that, Let's go, Cam.
That's hilarious, man. Hey, bro, I'm going to say mine. I'm going with Xander, bro. He just won the, what was it called? The Bay Current Classic, so he got him a victory. I think his putting's back in style. I know he didn't get the win, the Skins game with him and Keegan and Shane Lowry and everything and Tommy Fleetwood. But the way he's moving the rib injuries over, I like for Xander to finally get back in the winner's circle in terms of majors. We remember the year he had when he won both the PGA Championship and the Open. I think he wins the Masters, and now we're going to start having murmurs like he's on the career Grand Slam pace. And I'm not trying to give that to everybody. That is so hard to accomplish because we only got, 6 or 7 people that ever get it in their life. But I just think the trajectory that Xander's on, finally being healed from that rib, and like again him getting the Bay Current win in the FedEx Cup Fall. I like Xander for the Masters, bro. So I'm gonna go with him. But man, let's go to the next one, man. PGA Championship. Nate, who you got?
PGA Championship. Let's see. So this one, I kind of want to go with Ludwig.
Okay.
Because it is 2022, I think, when Brooks won and Ludwig was kind of chasing.
Yeah.
Where is it? I don't even know where it's at this year. I'm not gonna lie, but
let's look at it right now. Yeah.
The U.S. Open is at Shinnecock.
And guys, we're talking about this loosely. Like, we didn't do like a super deep dive because it's way too early. You never know what can happen.
We don't know what they're gonna do next year. Like, yeah. So I was like, I'm not gonna do homework for this.
Not as aggressive, no. It's gonna be at it's in Pennsylvania, the Aron. Yeah, I don't know how to say it. People have been correcting me in my pronunciations on TikTok. So if this becomes a clip, you guys can help me pronounce Aroniminick Golf Club, however you say it, in Pennsylvania. So that's where it's going to be at.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Victor, dude. I don't think Victor ever does that great at the Masters.
Wait, Victor or Ludwig?
No, I said Victor.
I think you said Ludwig for the PGA Championship.
No, because Victor was the one that. Did I say Ludwig? I meant Victor.
I could be wrong. I think you said Ludwig on accident. But yeah, you want to say Victor.
Yeah, I meant Victor because Victor was the one that got second to Brooks.
Yeah, yes.
3 years ago.
Victor was
close
2022. He was close last year too, wasn't he? Or am I tripping?
Was he close? He might have been, but I can't remember if he was. He did well at the U.S. Open. I remember he was.
Yeah. He was.
He was with JJ Spawn. He gave JJ Spawn the read. So if JJ Spawn didn't have Victor, he wouldn't have won the U.S. Open. Ooh. I'm just kidding. He could have two-putted.
Yeah, that's true. He didn't have to do that. Victor Holland PGA Championship. I lied. He did not do that well this year. It was he got T28 at that one. Yeah, his first day he did well, 69. Then the next 2 days, 71, 72, 71. So not what you like, but Victor Hovland, man. I remember a long time ago before I was even doing a podcast, I said he's going to be a future #1 at some point, but he started tinkering, so now I don't even believe that statement anymore.
Dude, don't tinker this offseason, Victor.
Please, just stick to what you know and get going.
Get your neck better, though. That's what he's got to do, yeah.
He does have to do that, man. I'm going to go again. I said this guy earlier. Obviously, I'm having high hopes for him. I don't know if Noah Reed still listens to us, but I'm going to say the guy, Jordan Spieth, man. Very curious. Again, if he does good at the Hero World Challenge, this can make us have more confidence in him. Like, yo, is he back? But if he can close out the year, win the PGA Championship, again, not trying to throw it at everybody, but he can be in that collective of 7 with the career Grand Slam. Obviously, he has to overcome all his injuries. I believe he had a neck injury, a wrist injury, a lower back injury. Still relatively young. What Jordan Spieth might be like 30.
I think he's a year
31?
older than me.
Yeah,
I think he's a year
31.
older than me.
Yeah,
I
so
think he graduated high school 2011. I think
yeah, so
maybe
that would make sense.
2010.
Yeah, because I'm 2010. I'm 33, but we got internet, bro. Jordan Spieth, I thought he was like 31 or something like that, man.
Yeah.
Because he's not that far ahead of Scotty. Jordan Spieth is 32. Yeah, July 27, 93. So I don't know, man. I just want to get back into his form, man. He was fun doing that little streak he had early 2015s.
I know, man.
We thought he was the next one.
He
It's crazy.
thought
There's
he
a lot.
was.
He probably thought he was too. But yeah, he just got to overcome them injuries, man. I don't want to say maintain injuries or like you want to be completely healed and just. I don't know if he has to change his swing or what, but if he does have to change his swing to be productive, then I would not say he's going to win a PGA Championship because we've seen the struggles that Max Homa's been going with. Yeah, trying to change his swing and stuff like that. So, but if he comes back in an inkling of what he was in 2015, I like for him to get the PGA Championship. But it all starts with how he does at the Hero World Challenge. So I'm gonna go with Jordan Spieth. But next, Nate, we got the U.S. Open. Who do you like, bro?
Dude, I almost kind of wanted to say Jordan Spieth. I think I'm going to go. Dude, I got to take, dude, just because you wouldn't pick him this week. I'm going to pick Andrew Novak. Let's go.
Wow. Okay. Especially after having him on a podcast and he talked about
What happened
warming
at this
up.
last?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I will be super geeked. I mean, he just had his first child. Come out here, win your first major. That would be super exciting to see Novak get a dub at the U.S. Open.
Yeah.
I want to see where he finished last year, actually.
He was up there. He was like 16th, I thought, if I
Yeah.
remember correctly.
Yeah, I just want to see where he finished. Because I
I think-
remember at one point, yeah, just watching him, obviously, I'm just like, yo, he's at 16, he's playing well. But that's before, obviously, we knew about all that stuff going on with the injury. He finished, T42. So I think he got up there at one point. Then that injury probably caught up to him because he said he didn't even know if he was going to play.
Yeah, he had like the
Yeah.
same thing as Xander, right? It was something like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
yep. So, his total was plus 12. I mean, you make the cut of the U.S. Open. Oakmont was hard. I mean, the winner, J.J. Spawn won at 1 under, so no one was right playing lights out like that.
Yeah.
It's a tough course, especially when you got an injury. You got to hit through the fescues and stuff.
Yeah,
Hard to
and
get
the
that rotation
rain.
with the rip. Yep, and the rain as well. But y'all, so I'm gonna take what you said for the Masters because I think a Masters is too aggressive for this guy. But I think the U.S. Open is not bad for him. I'm gonna pick Cam Young. He had a great year. Got harder and harder as the season came to an end. Finished with a nice T4 last year at one of the hardest courses at Oakmont. I think the momentum from last year can transition to the new year. I like Cam Young to have a chance to win the U.S. Open again. Early major predictions, guys. So yeah, I'm gonna say the homie Cam Young. Let's go across the seas, man. Let's go to the Open. Nate, who you like to win the Open?
The Open. Dude, first off, I think Cam Young is a great U.S. Open pick because
Yeah.
he's like the U.S. guy right now.
He is. I won't call him Captain
I don't know.
America because I don't want to upset Patrick Reed.
You could upset him. It's okay.
I like Patrick Reed though, man. I know majority of golf heads don't.
Golf
but
fans hate him.
I think he's changed his perception, man. Like I said before in the old podcast, like man, we can show Bryson that type of grace because he's changed his perception. Why can't we do the same thing with Patrick Reed? Now maybe he's because he's not as popular and stuff and the YouTube golf stuff, but I like Patrick Reed, man. You knew how heavy I was on him to make the Ryder Cup team. He went through a little streak from the Masters to like. I forgot where it ended off at, but he was just balling. I'm like, he is making a case.
Yeah.
And then he won in Dallas. I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
Keegan's going to pick him. And I think his last chance to showcase that was the Open, and he missed the cut. And I was like, dang, that's the last time you have to try out in front of Keegan. So
I remember, he win like in a playoff or something in Dallas,
yeah,
and then
he
he
won
was
a 3-way playoff. Yep.
he got like third at the Masters. Like he was starting the year, was making a really strong case to be a Ryder Cup candidate.
Yeah.
But
I was going
fell
outside of
off.
people's house putting like the little picket signs. Vote for Patrick Reed.
Yeah,
That's how
like
heavy
little
I was on
campaign
him.
posters.
Yep. That's how heavy I was with Patrick Reed at
Reed
that time.
Rose
Yeah.
2026 or
Yes. Yep.
2025.
Oh yeah. That would have been awesome. Yeah. Um,
Uh,
but yeah, the
but
Open.
my pick, dude. I kind of want to see. I kind of want to see Bryson win this one.
Yeah, the first day wasn't good for him, but those next 3 days were amazing.
I just think the tough thing is if it's windy, he might have a tough time because he hits it so far and high and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, I kind of want to see Bryson win a major every
Yeah.
year. Like it would be
For
great
sure.
for golf, because he's just a personality. He's an icon at this point and a household
Yeah.
name, and we want to see those guys win. So
Yeah. Yeah.
Bryson
I like
overseas.
it. I like it. Do you think now that Liv is doing 72 holes, this will, because people like to use this as an excuse, do you think them playing 72 holes now with 4 days of golf is going to better help him be prepared for the Open? Because, like I said, the first day he didn't do well, but the next 3 days he played amazing. And then, obviously, there were 3 rounds in Live Golf. Do you think that extra day of Live Golf is going to help him just be more prepared to play?
Dude, I think I hate on Liv all the time, but I don't think it's gonna make a difference. I really
Yeah.
don't. Like these
Either you
guys,
play good or you don't.
I think he's a professional. Like he's gonna be he's either gonna do it or he's not. It's kind of like what happened with the Masters. Like he played really really well up until the last day, and then he kind of just didn't show up the last day. And
Yeah.
I don't think it was because it was a fourth day. I think it was because the moment got to him then, whereas
Yeah.
other times, like at the U.S. Open, it didn't. Because
Yeah.
weren't they tied going into the last day? They weren't.
Either
Or was
either
Rory
Rory's up
leading?
one stroke or something like that, and then I think
Yeah,
after the second hole, Bryson took it, then Rory took it, and I think Rory just never looked back from there. That just hurts so much to think about, bro. That was supposed to be a fun ending. Like
I
even
know.
the walkout looked tough because like Rory came out obviously super stiff, like not caring and just like focused on the prize, which is
Yeah,
fine. And then you got everybody, Bryson. He's like slapping everybody's
high
hand. He's
fiving
running down.
everybody.
Yeah,
Yes,
I'm just
dude.
like, I was like, oh yeah, because I'm at you. Oh yeah, I was at your house watching matches. I was hyped. Like this is about to be a heavyweight battle. I think they either Rory
And
won
it
the
ended up
first
being Justin
hole.
Rose.
Yeah, getting Justin Rose, which I love Justin Rose. Like this is cool. That's fine
I
with me.
know.
But it's like I wanted to see these guys go to blow for full 10 rounds. If I'm talking about in a boxing analogy, but
Yeah,
yeah, I got Justin Rose and Rory obviously won, man. But yeah, I mean, it'd be nice to see Bryson win the Open. And for me, bro, I'm gonna say war number one. I think Scotty can repeat. He's figured out how to play well at link style golf. It's hard for me to believe that he won't go this whole entire year without winning a major, which would be crazy.
Oh well, I just didn't want to freaking pick that guy.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
I think he's
You
gonna
know.
win like the U.S. Open. Like if I was
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah.
put
Because
money on it right now.
he has 2 Masters and a PGA Championship. Yeah. Yeah. So just yeah, I want to do one outside of those two because I just want to see people make a push for the career Grand Slam. You know how difficult it is, but yeah, I mean Scotty. I should have referenced at the beginning. Scotty is up for grabs here.
It's
Heroes
still
are
way
just
too early. Yeah,
it's way too early to predict. I'm sure he's going to be favored in every single major.
probably.
But yeah, I like Scotty, man. But I hope you guys turn the volume up here because we're moving on to the LPGA because again we respect women's golf, man. Moving on to the Masters of the LPGA, which is the Chevron, which is now getting moved to Houston, which was they're moving to a new venue. With last year, I believe it was in Dallas, but now they're going to Houston. So I think after 3 years there, so I kind of hope they can establish some stability with this tournament because I would love to see the Chevron be at one place all the time like it is for Augusta. But Nate, the Chevron again, the Masters for the LPGA. Who do you like winning here?
Dude, so with the LPGA, it's way harder to pick because it's like literally just get like the field and just shuffle the dice and then pick a name and
Yeah.
that's been the LPGA season this far.
Yeah, and you can't say Gino easy too because she hasn't had a major win yet. Even though she's world number one, she does not have
I
a major
know,
win yet.
yeah,
Yeah,
I know. So
yeah.
so with the Chevron, I kind of want to go with the two big dogs, either Gino or Nelly,
Okay. Yeah.
but I think I'm gonna go with Gino. I
Yeah,
think,
she got super hot at the end of the year.
and
She was
she kind of
hot all
needs
season.
it. She was hot all season,
Yeah,
and she kind of needs it. Like she needs
yeah.
the
For legacy
she needs
purposes.
to she needs to win a major, and it would be
Yeah.
cool if her first major was the Chevron.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. Yeah, just like Mount Sago, right? But I'm not gonna pick Mount Sago here, even though I really want to. I'm not. I'm gonna say Araya Jutanagar. I think she gets her revenge because she had the Chevron in her back pocket, and then she duffed that chip on 18, and then everybody
Uh
went to
huh.
a five person playoff. So I think Araya Jutanagar comes back with some vengeance, man. Like I can't make this mistake anymore. Even though it's gonna be a new course, she doesn't have to worry about that long par five on hole 18. I think she just makes up for that duff chip she had on 18, man. So I would like to see a Raya Jutana card get a victory at the Chevron, Nate. So let's move over now to the U.S. Women's Open, Nate. Who you got? And don't say Julius Ramirez either.
No, I wasn't gonna pick her, but but it, but I do like big hitters
For
on at
sure.
the U.S. Open. Um, Actually, I think Nelly Korda would be a good pick for the U.S. Open.
She finished T2 last year, I believe.
No, she got like third, I think.
Oh yeah, I think her. Yeah. Okay.
She
Yeah.
started to fall off because remember she like putted off the green and then she chipped it up and then went back down and
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
so she kind of struggled on hole 18. Um,
Them
but
greens were tough, man, and that win was crazy.
dude, those greens are crazy. Yeah.
Yep, you're right.
Who
She
was it?
finished third.
Yeah. Who was our German friend that we had on the podcast?
Oh, Sophia Haskell.
Sophie.
Yeah.
Dude. Yeah, she was talking about that. Like just like there's like a 10-foot like diameter. You just gotta play for on the greens at Aaron Hill.
Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully this next course won't be as hard of greens, but
Yeah.
for Nelly's sake. So
Yeah.
I think I want to go with Nelly.
So Nelly finally gets her win after a winless 2025 season. I think that's a solid pick, man. Hopefully, because in the beginning of the season for Nelly, it was putter, and then towards the end became wedges. But then she had that neck injury too. So hopefully, all that stuff kind of comes together, and we see, again, an
Yeah.
inkling of the 2024 version of her. And she just got engaged, so
She just got engaged, so
she,
congrats,
she,
Nelly.
she's on the high
Yeah.
right now. For me, bro, this might be a reach, but she just earned her LPGA card from the Epson Tour. Really good friend of mine. Again, guys, look out for the Epson Tour content creator showdown coming up. She was my teammate. I'm going with the homie Haley Cooper. It might be a reach, but we see a lot of rookies dominate on tour. And Haley Cooper last year finished with the top 10. She finished 8th at the Women's U.S. Open. So now being established as an actual LPGA golfer, big hitter as well, I'm going to go with the reach and say Haley Cooper will win
Okay.
the Women's U.S. Open. I'm gonna be aggressive right there. But now let's move over to the KPMG Women's PGA Championship. Nate, who we like here?
Ooh. So Minji won that last year.
Minji won that last year. Yep.
So apparently, I mean, I'm not gonna pick Minji. Let me think.
Okay.
I gotta look through some.
Yeah, take your time.
Yo, who's Bruce gonna caddy for?
Gina Kim.
Dude, I want Gina Kim.
I love Gina, man. I would love her to win a major. That would be sick.
Yeah, she was on the podcast too. She's a friend of the pod.
Yeah. That would be so awesome. PXG player though.
Yeah, but she doesn't use PSG Woods or something like that. Yeah, so
I'm not sure. You think is that what Bruce said? Are you sure? I don't
that's
know.
what Bruce told me. It was like PSG
okay.
Woods and putter, I think. So
Yeah. Hey, well, shout out to my homie Gina, man. That'd be cool to see Gina
yeah,
get a.
I want to see Gina because you went with a rookie, so I'm like I gotta go with a rookie too.
Yeah. I
And,
mean,
and
that was just
she's
something we saw
she won
last year.
and she won 3 times right on the
Three
Epson
times on
tour.
the Epson Tour. Her one LPGA start at Portland. At one point, she was top 5. I think she finished at like 11th. And she's been on the
Yeah,
LPGA
she was
before, man. So she's a good golfer.
Yeah, she was up there. There was the tournament, like it was the same time as the BMW, I think, where she was up there with Grace Kim. Because I remember I kept getting them mixed up.
Like I said, the only LPGA start she had was the Portland Classic. And she was up there. She was
Okay.
T5 at one point. She was T5 and finished
Yeah, I think that might be what I'm thinking of. Yeah.
Yeah. She played phenomenal, bro. I like that pick, man. Shout out to the homie Gina Kim, man. Shout
Let's
out to
go,
the homie
Gina.
Bruce Quickle. Going to be on the bag. He is the looper. But for me, bro, I'm finally going to give her flowers. I didn't pick her one time last year, but I'm thinking she's going to come back to some type of form. I'm going to go with Nelly. the way to win the KPMG, man. She did in 2021. Again, she get that putter, get them wedges dialed in. It's hard to say. Obviously, you can say this about anybody, but if she could just obviously avoid injuries, because a neck injury, a rib injury, those things are very tough and detrimental to a golfer.
Yeah.
But if she's on that cloud nine from being engaged, come out here, win a major.
Dude, part of me
Shout
thinks
out.
she has to come off. Like, it's like go through the beginning of the year. Then, like, once you lock in a little bit, then
Yeah.
you know.
Well, I guess that'll be the question. You think she's going to be so antsy to get a win? She's going to come out pretty aggressive?
So, yeah, I mean, granted, like, I think her good or bad play could be due to a lot of reasons. But, yeah, I
Yeah.
think, like, she's probably going to be like, I want to win. But watch her just, like, start balling out right in the beginning of the year just because she is like, I need to win. Things are
Yeah.
happening. She probably does feel great after being engaged. And she looks happy in those pictures. So,
Yeah.
like,
I would hope she does.
I think, yeah. And then other thing too is like if you play golf like it's not your identity, I feel like that does help you on the course actually. So,
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
she kind of has some solitude with her fiance, like it might help her play better on the course. So,
Yeah. I like it. I like it, man. Yeah. I mean, I'm hoping for um she's still, like I said, she's still a great golfer, bro. I mean, scoring average was lower
oh
than
yeah.
last year. Just
And
couldn't
she was
buy a
contending
win.
like several times last
She
year.
was. She was. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Nelly, man. But let's move over to the AIG Women's Open. I remember last year Maya Yamashita won this, man, who would end up being Rookie of the Year. But Nate, who you like to win the AIG Women's Open?
That one is tough. Let's see. Dude, I kind of want to pick your girl Malsego.
That's crazy because that's who I got.
Really? No
Yeah.
way.
You think I was gonna go a whole podcast without mentioning Mount Sago? You're out of your mind.
Yeah, I kind of. I don't know. We'll see. It's
Yeah.
like way too early to pick. I have no reasoning behind it.
Yeah. I mean, obviously for me, she's my favorite golfer on the LPGA. Well, might be Haley Cooper if just because me and Haley are good friends. But I'm gonna say Mal Sago, man. She was close last year to winning the Annika Major Award. Obviously, Minji Lee ended up taking that. She finished with a T11 this event last year, so I'm just hoping that she can put all 4 days together. And it's funny because Mal doesn't really dominate in any category statistically. She just plays good golf, and it so happens to be a win. She's not the biggest hitter, not the best putter. Not to say she's a bad putter at all, but she just finds a way to be in that top five and just end up winning. And she was also, she was also Rookie of the Year, her rookie year too. So
Oh,
I don't
really?
know. Yeah. So I see all the young
What a
guns winning
baller.
this tournament. Yeah. But I'm gonna still go with Mal Sago, man. There's no way I go throughout this thing without picking her. Um, but yeah, so obviously, guys, on the LPGA, unlike the PGA where there's four majors, there's actually five, and we're going to talk about the last one, which is the Evian Championship. Last year's winner, Grace Kim, played outstanding when it came down to 17, 18, and the playoff. But Nate, who you like to win the Evian Championship?
Dude, this one I'm gonna go with Pajari Anarukarn.
Yeah.
I think that's how you say her name.
Yeah.
She had a solid finish.
She did.
She made some noise at the CME. And she's a dog too, so
Yeah.
I just felt like her game would fit that course. If it's at the same course every year, right? Evian is,
I believe so.
yeah.
Yeah.
But for some reason, when I watched the CME, I'm like, I think her game would fit Evian. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Trying
No
to see how
good.
she did last year. Uh, Dang, did she play in it? I don't think she played in it, but that's fine. I mean, the AIG Women's Open, she finished with a solid T13. Um, and again, this is way too early, guys. So, she did play it. I'm tripping. She finished
She's gonna get invited this
T49.
year for sure.
Yeah, she got T49. So,
Dang
I mean,
it.
yeah, I mean, that's last year though, man. There are a lot of people who
Yeah.
didn't make any noise last year, and they came on looking dominant.
Yeah.
So,
But I'm pretty
so
sure they
that,
always play that because it's like that par three that goes downhill into the mountains.
yeah,
I feel like we see that every year. So,
yeah.
let's
I'm
go,
a,
Pajari.
I'm gonna go with Gina Tickle, man. World number one's gonna get her first major. I think there's gonna be
At
a
the
lot of
end of the year.
end of the year. I think there's gonna be a lot of murmurs like, dang, is she ever gonna get one? Then she closes out on this major, then goes on to win the Annika and the CME. Um, and I just think too, last year Grace Kim beating her, she's like, I have a little bit more umph in me because I can't say that she kind of gave it away, but she didn't give it away because she missed the easy putt. I don't know if it was on 18 or the playoff to close it out. But then again, like I said
That's right.
last
Yeah.
time, Grace was
It was in
like,
regulation. Yeah.
yeah, so she didn't even got to play. But then like Grace was like chipping in birdies, knocking it 2 feet for like eagles on the par five, and it's just like
Yeah.
the magic just started to find Grace. But I think Gino's gonna like, man, I this one I had a sour taste in my mouth. I can't wait to get back out here and play. And I think she redeems herself from what happened last year. So I'm gonna
Yeah,
go
no,
with Gino.
Gino missed a putt on 18 in regulation. Like
Yeah.
it was like a 10-foot putt, like coming back towards the pin, and it was
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. I felt like she felt. I mean, she's young though, so I felt like she
She's
felt
young.
the moment, and
Yeah. Yeah.
it got to her.
It did,
Watch her like just
unfortunately.
sweep the majors like this year. Like she's just.
Bro.
I think she's getting colder and colder. Like after watching CME, I think she just got ice in her veins, and
Yeah. Because they wouldn't even
I
close, bro.
think
And with a wrist injury, bro. What are we talking about? Like,
yeah, she didn't even practice. To like,
yeah.
dude, like low key, like LPGA better look out because like Gino is a baller, and
Is she having Nelly season?
dude, maybe because dude, at the CME, she was as cold as ice, and
All
it
right.
like just never felt like it got to her, and that was against the best girls in the world,
Top 60.
against yes, the top 60 girls in the world, an icon with a gallery. LPGA might have to look out 2026 season.
Yeah, I love it. Hey, just off the top of your head, do you think there's one person that's like, I want to say her, but I didn't, but it's possible? Any of the majors too.
Dude,
Cause that's one person I'm thinking
like,
about, but
are you thinking about Minji?
no. Lottie
I was
Wold.
thinking like Lottie Wode.
Yeah, I was thinking Lottie Wold.
Yeah, I mean, do you think it is? Wait,
I,
why do you say Lottie?
I think because when it came to, I think when they first got overseas and they played, I think the Scottish Open, I think she won. Then she had a close finish at the AIG Open. So when she gets kind of overseas to like obviously home territory, just again the season I have of her, she was dominant during that time, and it's her backyard. So I think if we can get to like one of those overseas tournaments, majors, I think Lottie can be one. Part of
Oh,
me wanted
I
to say
see.
Lynn, yeah, part of me wanted to say Lynn Grant, but that's just a bias because I like her swing. I don't see Lynn Grant being as dominant and winning a major by any means. I think she can win a tournament like she won the Annika, but I don't know about a major. But yeah,
Well,
in my head I was thinking Lottie Wold.
well, dude, like I think Lynn Grant wouldn't be a bad pick because she like for the U.S. Open because it's always like super dry greens and it's always long, and
Yeah,
I think Lynn Grant that fits her. That's why she was up there this year. She just couldn't make a putt.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
I think Minji Lee was hard to not pick in a lot of these majors,
yeah.
because she putts really well. So
Plus very
if her
well. Good
putter's
short
on,
game. Yep.
if her putter's on, it's she's at risk to get 18 putts around. That's how good her
That's
putter is.
crazy.
So
That's crazy. Yeah, but again, guys, I hope you guys give LPGA a shot, or if you do watch again, let us know in the comments who would you like to win one of the way too early predictions for the LPGA major this year. Last one, we got to talk about the most hated tour in the world, Live Golf, man. From the golfers we know on Live Golf, who do you think can be the Live champion? We're not talking about teams because I don't really be fixated on the teams in itself, but as an individual golfer, who you think can win the Live championship?
Neiman, let's go with Neiman again.
Wow. Okay, according to Chris Elliott, the most overrated golfer, Wako
Dude,
Neiman.
that's right. That's right. Dude.
Yeah,
You said
yeah.
that about him.
You know what's funny?
Dude,
I think he's missed like the last two cuts at the DP World. He missed the cut at the Australia Open. I
I
think he
know.
missed a
Was he?
yeah.
What's he been doing, dude? Like he
Well, maybe
hasn't
he
shown up
hasn't been
recently.
playing. Maybe he hasn't been playing. He's like, all right, I'm gonna just get back into the groove of things and playing these tournaments. And obviously, he hasn't won, but maybe that's just what it is.
Yeah,
I think he's
getting
still
all
gonna
his
be
bad
good.
shots out of the way. That's what he's
Yeah,
doing.
could be, could
Dude,
be.
what? Hey, watch this though. Watch people be like, Live only has 3 days, so then that's why the Live players don't play well all 4 days at majors. People are gonna be like, well, Live has a short season, so when they go in these like, you know, postseason events and stuff like
Yeah,
that, that's why he stinks and that's why he's not making cuts.
because he was the
But
number 2 golfer on Live. So obviously John Rahm was
yeah,
one.
who did they give? Did they give it to John Rahm? That's right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah, no wins,
And even
but
though, even though Neiman won 5 times, that's so
seven
stupid. But
times, 7 times.
7 times, seven
Yeah,
times,
yeah.
dude. Yeah,
'Cause I
he
kept
had a better winning percentage than Scotty.
Yeah, that's because we kept talking about that. So yeah, yeah, he
Yeah,
just unfortunately never showed up when it came to the majors, which is a huge issue. Why Chris was saying that Joaquin Neiman is overrated because he dominates Live 7 wins, but then as soon as you touch a major, you're like, not really. I think he only played really well in the PGA Championship. That might be the only thing he did well in.
yeah, but I mean, dude, Joaquin Neiman was so good, dude. He was like Cam Young good when he was, or Cam Smith good.
Hmm.
Uh, he's as good as he who shall not be named. You know.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, the thing is, at least Neiman went to Live and kept winning.
yeah, I know. Yeah, he did. There was
That
no
was-
drop off except for in the
yeah.
majors. Like that's the only
Oh
time.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
That's like the only time Neiman starts to drop off is like in non-live events. So maybe
yeah,
that's it. Is like he just can't play well in live, but when he's back
yeah.
on live, he'll just start hooping. You know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We'll see. I'm gonna keep my theory about what I said about the youth coming on to live, and I'm gonna go with Tom McKibben or McKibben, however you say it
Oh,
correctly.
okay.
Again, guys on TikTok,
Mhm.
you're gonna correct me. Please correct me. But I mean, obviously, he just got a win on the Asian tour. Played really, really well. Rory McIlroy's protege.
I was gonna say that'd be Rory's pick for live
Hell,
player
would
of the year
definitely
this
be
year.
unless he's just very mad and bitter at him. They doesn't pick him, but I
Oh
like
yeah.
for Tom to come out, and I don't keep up with teams that well. I think he's on. I think he is on his team Torque. I can't remember. I don't know if he's on the same team as. I don't think he's on. Maybe he's on the same team as John Rahm. So, the winning mojo just has to be there. Let me check. It's hard for me to kind of, and I like the thought what they're trying to do with the teams, but it's hard for me to be like, yeah, this team right here it doesn't hit me like that.
Uh huh. Yeah.
Tom McKibben, whatever how you want to say. Yeah, he's with John Ron Tower and Caleb Saran. So he has a champion. He knows he has a team championship already. He's
Dang.
with the number one
Rom
golfer on
Terrell
live,
McKibben.
and Caleb
McKibben.
Saran. That's a good
But like
team.
Caleb hasn't proven anything yet. That's the thing. Is like he's
Not
like
on
the
live.
first overall pick. Well, he's
Yeah,
like the first overall pick. It's like he's don't get me wrong. Like he's got
yeah.
talent through the roof, but it's like look at Luke Clanton this year on the PGA Tour, and like
Mm,
I'm trying to think of like other guys that are like college stars. Sam Bennett from A&M, just
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
what's going on there. And that like Surratt's that kind of talent. So is Joselio Ballister.
yeah.
They're that kind of talent, but it's like they're the first overall pick. We don't know what we're gonna get. Could be a Josh Rosen pick, or it could be
No,
a Miles Garrett pick.
I'm not gonna knock him that bad. He could be who's Caleb Saran? I want to respect him though. Like, nah. See, I don't know what first round pick was like a really solid starter, but never like lived up to like super high. He could be like an Alex Smith.
Like I
I
also
think
like Carson Palmer.
Carlson Palmer. Yeah, I like. I mean,
Yeah.
hopefully he exceeds what we're saying, but Caleb Strain's a really good golfer. But this is how he finished this year. He finished 11th, T31, T38, T19, T24, T11, T27, 42, T37, T32. He has one top five at the United Kingdom. He got third, and then T29 and T17. So he does have a lot to prove. Obviously, he just lost to David.
Pugh.
What's that like? I'm trying to
Pug.
pronounce Puig. I don't know how you pronounce his last name. So, like I said, people on TikTok was like, "This is how you say it." Boom, boom. I'm like, "Hey,
Oh
thanks
really?
for the traction." Yeah, but I think it's David Puig, maybe. But I think he got second to
Puig.
him. Yeah, I don't know how you say it. But yeah, Caleb Strain still does have a lot to prove with how much upside he does have.
Yeah.
However, my answer, who will be the champion? I like Tom McKibben to win. So
Yeah.
yeah, guys, if you do care about Liv, let us know in the comments who's your too early Live champion. And some of you guys might say screw Live, but hey, we talk all things golf, man. We don't leave anybody out. But Nate, let's move over to our obviously level up golfer of the week.
Oh,
And I'll,
yes. It's going to
yeah,
go to David Puig again, however you say his name.
yeah,
Um, just solid performance at the
Australia Open.
Australia Open. Thank you. I was like, it's Australia.
Yeah, yeah. So
But
I do
there,
have this question. Go ahead, go ahead.
I was gonna say there were some dogs like they showed Minwoo Lee a lot in that
Because
tournament,
he was close. He
and
was close. He was close. And
I
it's his
know, but he
hometown, whole
just
country.
yeah yeah. But putts weren't really dropping for him.
Not towards the end. Yeah.
Whenever I was watching, I just would watch after college football and on
Watching the
Friday
Rascal
and
Lou.
Saturday nights. Dog, dude, don't even. It's just. My buddy
That
was
was
like
terrible.
talking to me today. So I was playing the scramble today and I got third. And I'm like, I was telling Jeremy before I got on this podcast, like, I'm a sore loser. And I was like, this is the worst weekend ever. Nebraska lost, the
Yeah.
Cardinals lost,
Oh
I
yeah.
lost, I got freaking third.
I lost.
And then in our turkey bowl at my church, we won in the first game and then we
Yeah.
lost our second game, which was the championship game.
Wow. Wow.
Just a heartbreaking weekend for Nate.
It is, unfortunately, and unfortunately too. Cardinals just got mathematically eliminated from the playoffs, so
Yeah, but I mean,
that's sad. The cherry on top for you.
we saw that coming. I'm not gonna lie. So
We did see it coming, unfortunately, but yeah, the field was pretty solid. I mean, you had Mark Leishman, 14 professional wins, 6 being on the PGA Tour. Minwoo Lee, Houston Open winner last year. Adam Scott, Masters winner,
I forgot
and
Adam
again,
Scott.
yeah, and JJ Spahn said that's his new swing thought. So he has 14 PGA Tour wins. Jose Ballester, who obviously won 2 weeks prior to this. Marco Pinju earned his card this year on the DP. Carlos Ortiz, and then obviously the Tiger Woods of Live Golf. Joaquin Neiman was on there, and then obviously former world number 2 golfer was on that field as well, man. But David Puig finished his pro debut on the DP World Tour, not debut, excuse me, as a pro on the DP World Tour. He finished with a T3, T4, T12, third, T4, T11, T50, T9, and 1 win. That's an incredible trajectory of wins that he was playing. I mean,
Yeah,
this
that's
dude is a
crazy.
really good golfer, man. Like I said, the foundation that Live Golf is building with his youth have incredible upside. Let's just see what they can do when it comes to playing in majors and stuff, man. But obviously, the level of golf of the week easily is David Puig, Pudge, however you say it. Please forgive me when you do watch this, David, because I know you do listen to Golf and Gospel podcast. But Nate, I want to move over to obviously the faith portion of the podcast, man. We want to make sure that we're sharing the gospel, we're reflecting the gospel, and all things about the gospel and our character have to resemble Jesus Christ. But with Thanksgiving just passing, excuse me, I think we should speak on the importance of being grateful. So, Nate, is there anything that you like to speak on in regards to that?
Yeah, I mean, I think the easy answer for me all the time is like, everything you have. Because what do people always say is like, imagine if you woke up tomorrow with everything you thank God for uh,
Mm-hmm.
today, and
Yeah.
uh, but I think one of the things doing what I do as a physical therapist, one of the things
Mm-hmm.
I always take for granted is like my health. I work with sick and injured kids all the time because I work for a children's hospital, and sometimes it's just like, man, I'm so lucky I didn't get born with this, or I didn't
Oh.
sustain this, or I didn't have to
Mm-hmm.
deal with this. I feel like we take our health for granted. And I feel like you probably feel the same way, being that your NFL career was limited because of a
Mm-hmm.
health issue. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And
Yeah.
so yeah, I think doing what I do is always a good kind of barometer for me to like reset and be like, man, like a lot of these kids, dude, I hate running. I never run. But these kids when they injure their knee, they're like, when can I run? And I'm like, are you a runner? They're like, no, but I just want the ability to run. I want the
Mm-hmm.
clearance to run. And some of
Yeah.
these things you just take for granted.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so yeah.
No, I love that, man. When it comes to being grateful, bro, one thing I want to say is I don't want to be secluded to a single day. Like when Easter comes, I see everybody like giving all this gratitude and obviously saying everything about Christ and what he did on the cross. I'm just like, why are we only boasting in that one day out of the year? Um, I think
Yeah.
there should be a daily gratitude for what Christ has done on the cross, bro. Um, I love what it says in Colossians 4:2. It says, be constant in prayer while being watchful with thanksgiving. And we see the scriptures use a lot of those type of, you know, use that vocabulary a lot. We see words like constant, be persistent, consistently. And I think when it comes to being grateful, obviously there are numerous things we could be grateful for, but man, what Christ did on the cross, bro, I think that needs to be a daily task that's walked out, bro, because when we think about every individual person who's listening, me, you included, the sins that we struggle with, the vices we struggle with, and that he's saying that we can't out sin his grace. Oh, I'm so grateful. Now, that doesn't give us an excuse to continue to sin by any means,
Yeah.
but like the fact that it's just like, bro, you died for this and you made a way for me, like you still love me unconditionally. I am so grateful for that. And I don't think that should be secluded to a single day. And that's not to say that every person listening is doing that. It probably aren't, but I think maybe our heart posture can be better in terms of that gratitude. I love what it says in Psalms 9:1. It said, I will give thanks to the Lord with my whole heart, and I will recount all of your wonderful deeds, all types of things. But when we talk about the actual act of like what he did on Calvary, bro, I think we can be a little bit more grateful for that because the very thought of like, man, I can't outsin his grace, and he chooses to love me unconditionally deserves so much gratitude, man. So that's one thing I'm consistently always grateful for, just because of my consistent failures of like whatever it is in my life, even if it's
That's a
unintentional
good
sin.
point.
It's just like thank you for dying for this. Like 'cause there's a lot of things we don't want to do that are sinful, and we fail to. And he says, you know what?
Yeah.
I died for that. I died for that right there. Obviously, we gotta continue to repent, allow the Lord to sanctify our hearts, but be so grateful that what he did on the cross covers those things. So that's
Yeah.
where I lie. Yeah.
That's a good point because it's like what's coming to us without that every day, really, literally every day
Yeah.
is worse. I mean, like if a bus is coming at someone, you pull them out of the street and they like, oh, thank you so much, right? Like,
Yeah.
uh, I feel like that's what's coming for us, and I feel like that,
Hmm.
or it's worse, obviously, because it's eternal
Yeah.
damnation, you know,
Yeah.
and every day it's God. I feel like God's grace covers every sin. Like every sin we do is
Hmm.
worthy of that,
Yeah.
of eternal damnation, and it's like
Yeah.
every day God just his grace extends beyond that. And it's tough because like you said, like there's stuff that you unintentionally do,
Hmm.
like it's just our human nature to be
Hmm.
envious or
Yeah.
to have thoughts of anger towards
Yeah.
someone,
Yeah.
and like each of those sins is something that redirected, each of those sins was going to be eternal punishment for us, but it was
Yeah.
redirected by God's grace,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
that's like a interesting thing to think about, like, oh,
Hmm.
thank you.
Yeah. 100%, bro. And what scriptures say, obviously, the wages of sin is death, right?
Hmm.
But it's awesome that I think it says in Romans 5, where sin abounds, grace abounds more. So the more you sin, the
Yeah.
more grace will abound. But Romans 6, Paul clearly says it, man, do we continue to sin that his grace may abound? He says, by no means. But again, I just want to emphasize, bro, the amounts of the unfathomable, I think that's how you say the word, love and grace that the Lord has given to us, despite
Hmm.
our sins. We should be so thankful. But again, I want to make sure I emphasize, guys, that's not me promoting sin. I'm not saying go out there and continue to sin so his grace may abound, or like you keep doing this, he's still going to love you. We are called to repent. We are called to walk in a
Hmm.
manner that's obedient to him, and we need to strive towards that. But I want you to just
Yeah.
understand, when we're trying to walk out a life of obedience and we fail, he's like, I got you. I died for this. And we
Yeah.
need to express that gratitude to him daily, all the time.
Yeah. And I don't want to say like we're called, like obviously we're called to walk, to kind of sanctify ourselves and to kind of,
Allow him to sanctify us, yeah.
yeah, or allow him to sanctify us and try to, grow in our faith. But I'm
Mm,
also like, dude, it's a calling, but it's also like that's God's command to us because he's looking out for us. Like
for sure.
if we walk in a way that's faithful, like our lives are going to be better. There's going to be a
Hmm.
ton more fulfillment.
Hmm.
The world's going to be a better place, and the world's going to look more like the kingdom of God.
Yeah.
And I just feel like sometimes when we hear it's like a calling, it's like, oh, that's why Christians are no fun. But it's really just
Yeah.
that's God looking out for us. That's God wanting us to have our best life. It's kind of like your parents. Like, I don't want you to make the same mistakes I did. I don't want you to
Hmm.
go down this wrong path. Like, we know what's God knows. He's the creator of the universe. He's infinite, all knowing, all wise.
Yeah.
He knows what's best for us, and
Yeah.
His command to us is so that we can live in the kingdom of God. You know?
Yeah. And I like how you said that too, because I hate that that's a stereotype of like, man,
Yeah,
Christians are no fun. But it's like y'all come vibe with me and Nate. Me and Nate be having fun, bro. Like obviously
I know.
we have a fun that's obviously that's within the parameters of reflecting the gospel. But like, bro, we vibe. This is one thing my buddies always say, and I stole this quote from him, but he used to always say, "Man, I love the Lord, but I'm not culturally illiterate. Like I know how to go with the times, but I'm not giving in to the world by any time and by any means." I remember I made this post a long time ago when I used to have the brand obedience or religion, and I talked about how I went to the club with my buddy. And obviously, with me being a Christian, like me profess I'm going to a club, like you're automatically assuming that like I'm going to sin. But it's like, no, I'm actually going to the club to reflect the gospel. It's like, how can you go to the club and reflect the gospel? I love what Paul talked about in, I believe it's 1 Corinthians 13. And I've referenced this before, like maybe me and you just hanging out and stuff. When Paul was like, man, to win the weak, I became like the weak. Not to be weak, but also
Oh
I can
yeah.
win the weak to the gospel. And I believe he said other things to the I became like a Jew, not to be like the Jews, but also I can win the Jews. So he goes down this list of everything he's becoming to be like, not to be like them, but all in hopes to win them to the gospel. And
Yeah.
I used to have I made that video like, man, I'm going to hang out with to the club with my boy because I'm trying to win to the gospel. And you think like winning people to the gospel has to be done in like this church like organization setting or
Yeah,
like
that's
Bible
so
study,
nonsense.
but it's like,
Yeah.
bro, I'm becoming like a clubber, I guess that's the right term, not to be a partier, but also I can win my boy to the gospel because I think there's a righteous way to have fun and party in a certain setting. And then obviously, I would say this: I'm not trying to tell people to go out there and club and stuff like that, but if that's advice for
Yeah.
you, don't go out. Don't go out.
Yeah,
Don't
if
go out.
that's a, if it's a, it's like
Yeah.
if you're an alcoholic, don't drink, right?
Don't
But
drink.
like,
Don't drink. But drinking
yeah,
isn't sinful. But if it's going to
yeah,
cause you to sin, don't go there. But I think in my the strength and the self control I have, I can go out to a club, even though I don't go out. Was an old video I put. But if I'm winning my boy to the gospel, it's like, bro, I can still reflect the gospel at this club. Like, yeah, let's go celebrate your birthday. I'm not going to partake in the things that you might do that day. But you know, it's funny. After he told me, like, man, I felt like I couldn't do a lot of things because I was around. Now, not to say that I'm holy by any means. Like Paul said,
dude, people said that
I'm the
about me
worst
in
sinner.
college all the
I'm the
time.
worst sinner. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm the worst. I'm the foremost, as Paul says. But he just felt like the light that I was reflecting did not want him. Didn't want him. He didn't want to like sin or anything like that. But my
yeah,
whole thing is like, man, I hope you have that same conviction in the absence of my presence because I'm not the one that judges. Like I said, I
yeah.
have
I
my
know.
own
Yeah,
vices.
who cares? Yeah,
I'm the worst sinner of all. So don't feel that way around me. But
yeah,
I was
dude.
happy that he felt that his yearning to sin was hindered because of my presence. But I'm not the
Yeah,
one, guys. I can't save you. I gotta say that
that's
disclaimer. I gotta say that disclaimer.
yeah. That's so. I got that a lot in college, and like, cause like I would go to the clubs, and people were like, "What? Oh, like I just I didn't know you came out here." And then like I feel like it breaks down a barrier. You know, there's like I remember I read this article in like I think it was a 2016 election, and it was like
Hmm.
how to change someone's mind. And what they said is like if you want to change someone's mind, they have to think you're with them. Like they have to think you're one of us, or you're like the leader of their pack or whatever, or their community. And this article was talking more politics. Like, all right,
Right.
if you're gonna get someone to be a conservative, you have to make it seem like you're in their circle. And I think like not that I'm trying to change someone's mind about God per se, but it's like I definitely want to reflect the gospel, and they're not going to see it unless they think I'm one of them, if that makes
Hmm.
sense. But I will say, like so a lot of those things you still have to be careful. I'm not talking about you, but like people
For
in
sure. Yeah.
general
Yeah.
have to be careful because it's like, yeah, you can easily slip down the partying route and just kind of let it get out of control. It definitely did for me at times. You know, like
Yeah,
I'll,
I failed too, bro.
yeah, I'll 100% admit, but it's like, yeah, it can definitely get out of control. So you have to kind of be honest with yourself too about a lot of those things. But yeah, it's important to be culturally literate and not be seen as like those weird people
Yeah.
if we're trying to kind of spread the gospel to our friends and our peers.
Right. And to correct myself from earlier, it's 1 Corinthians 9. I just want to read real fast before we close here. It says, this is Paul speaking, for though I am free from all, I have made myself a servant to all that I might win more of them to the gospel, obviously. It says, to the Jews I became as a Jew in order to win Jews. To those under the law I became as one under the law, though not being myself under the law, that I might win those under the law. To those outside the law I became as one outside the law, not being outside the law of God, but under the law of Christ, that I might win those outside the law, which is my comparison in regards to like if I was going out partying.
Going club, yeah.
It says, to the weak I became weak, that I might win the weak. I have became all things to all people, that by all means I might save some, because we can't save them all, but I might
Yeah.
save some. And he said, Paul concludes, verse 23, I do it all for the sake of the gospel, that I might share with them in its blessing, bro. So I love Paul's just how he integrates himself into all things and hope and obviously in hope to win all these people to the gospel. Well, not all, because he said to win at least just some to the gospel, bro. Obviously, I know Paul, as well as all of us, have a heart to see everyone come to repentance to know Christ. But he's like, bro, if I could just win some and share in that blessing, that's a victory. So but yeah, guys, well, we appreciate you listening or watching this episode of Golf and Gossip Podcast. Please, again, like, subscribe, comment. Again, I had two of my friends who texted me. Don't text me. You comment, then text me. And we see you guys next time, man. Peace.